Japanese citizens were finally liberated from a life of daily suffering. Hiroshi was 10 years old. The war ended during his fourth great summer vacation. Finally, 3 years after the end of the war, the city began to show signs of recovery. Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Housey Viewpoint. I apologize if the things I say are incorrect or that I'm being a monkey of some sort, I don't know. I will try my best to give you my most accurate point of view. A manga by Yoshihiro Tatsumi, simply named A Drift in Life. The birth of manga, an epic memoir from a manga master. The showings of the after effects of the war. So this is the beginning of the manga. Families are struggling with shortages of food. And then we skip ahead 3 years after the war. The city is beginning to show signs of getting back to normal. Talking about Osamu Tezuka. This is one of the big characters in the manga. It is portrayed that he is a genius and they are wondering how he comes up with these different stories. They think it is amazing. The two characters we see at the beginning are revealed later to be brothers, and they have quite a close relationship. Introducing our main character, Hiroshi. He began drawing comics at the age of 7 under his brother's influence, whose name was Oki. That was his nickname. Their father seems to be a very busy man. The mother having a sort of resentment and anger towards the father. Many times has Hiroshi shown that his manga was always put into the honorable mentions. This made him devote many more hours. Oki, on the other hand, won a prize medal from Manga Shonen. This made Hiroshi's heart on fire. As the story progresses in the manga, in the story, we can also see that Japan at the same time progresses. The exposition in this manga can only be explained by showing it. Here's a panel or two to show you. One day, Hiroshi's comic gets published. Hiroshi's work gets published in more magazines, but he still isn't satisfied, as it isn't in Manga Shonen. Hiroshi was jealous of Okamasa's Manga Shonen medal. He thought these medals were pathetic compared to Oki's. Eventually, Hiroshi's manga gets published in Manga Shonen. In the next section, Hiroshi gets interviewed for his great works. I love how the author puts exposition about the times and what is currently happening in Japan. Instead of a piece on Hiroshi, it gets going to be a discussion with him and Mr. Tezuka. Hiroshi ignores a bully on his way to school. The next day, it's decided that it will be a roundtable discussion with Tezuka. Tezuka finally appears. They spend hours talking about comics. The discussion gets published in a very famous magazine, Mainichi Shimbun. Okimasa seems to be very jealous. Hiroshi feels the pressure of the work. As we can see, Tezuka is taking a liking into Hiroshi. He recommends that Hiroshi work on longer pieces. Tezuka gives Hiroshi some work. His brother rips his photograph of Tezuka halfway. Hiroshi was very saddened by this. Tears came from his face. He couldn't believe what his brother did, but also he felt for his brother. Hiroshi began working on longer pieces. Hiroshi runs away from the bully before he could get him. Oki fights the bully for his brother. Hiroshi is very astonished by this. he returns to Tezuka for the third time to discover he hasn't returned from Tokyo yet. Hiroshi gets into a high school. Hiroshi's house was broken into, so he started focusing on 4-panel manga for prize money. Ogi destroyed more of Hiroshi's pages. Ogi had been watching his entire life his brother work on his dream. The firefly scene is so beautiful, and only a panel can be shown. Can't even explain it. At this point, Hiroshi wanted to give up on manga, but was so moved by a letter. Eventually, Hiroshi moves away from Ogi to pursue creating manga in peace. So to skip ahead a bit, they went to publish Hiroshi's work in Tokyo. It's an incredible force, fueled by anger. No, I will never be done with Kikega. This series explores the history of manga as an art form and the struggles faced by the pioneers of the medium during a time of social and cultural change. It has received critical acclaim for its powerful storytelling and elegant art. A Drifting Life has several lessons that the reader can take away from the story. The importance of perseverance. The protagonist, Tatsumi, faced many challenges and obstacles in his life and career as a manga artist, but he never gave up on his passion. Power of art. The manga explores the role of art in society and how it can be used to express complex emotions and ideas. The value of family. The relationship between Tatsumi and his family members play a central role in the story, highlighting the importance of love, support, and loyalty. The evolution of an art form. The manga also provides a unique look at the history of manga as an art form and how it has changed and evolved over time. The complexities, personal and professional relationship, Tatsumi's interactions with his colleagues and friends demonstrate the challenges and the rewards of building meaningful relationships in both one's personal and professional life. The manga ends with the main character reflecting on his life and career as a manga artist. The series ends with the protagonist looking back on his journey, from his humble beginnings to his eventual success, and how the manga has become a major form of entertainment in Japan and worldwide. The ending is a reminder of the impact the manga medium has had on Japanese society and culture. The ending of A Drifting Life is a bittersweet conclusion to Yoshihiro Tatsumi's personal and professional journey. I think it was really cool, this entire journey. Please let me know what you think about the video in the comment section, and have a wonderful day. And as always, it's the Lousy Viewpoint. See you in the future.